Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2024 and another part of the Lotus Road to Glory career mode. Today we are back with the Monaco Grand Prix. Hopefully you guys are good. I'm Joe if you're new around here, and make sure you leave a big thumbs up down below if you do enjoy the series. I'm really looking to push forward the channel at the moment and try and find more people just like yourself who enjoys the content. So yeah, thank you very much for the support on the series so far. Lots to update you on. We have got a bit of manufacturing capacity. Let's just have a little look at what we can do. So we've got the chassis that we could be developing. We probably need a spare rear wing. Side pods are okay for now. We got 3 underfloors, which is good, and 3 suspensions. So I think let's get another couple of rear wings sorted out. Just so that we've got them in the bank. Because it's going to be another 17 days until that's sorted, and yeah, we're going to probably need these rear wings for Canada. Now, since the last episode, I spent a little bit of time in between just making some offers for drivers. I don't know if it tells you in here who we've offered contracts to, but I basically, you know, looked at some free agents. Now, I have no idea what the deal is going to be in terms of who's going to join us. I did put in an offer for Antonelli. I think his breakout clause will be too high, but we'll see. I put an offer in for Ollie Behrman, and obviously you've seen us put in an offer for Jack Doohan in the last episode. So we've put in 3 offers for new drivers. That's kind of a backup option. The preferable thing is to keep MICK until the end of the season. We just need him to start performing a little bit. He's not that happy at the moment, and that's the big issue that we've got. But let's push forward regardless. I think the front wings are going to be sorted out very, very shortly, which is good. Strategy prep. Let's have a little look. What sort of strategy are we looking for? Is it going to be soft and medium? No, we're definitely going to be using the hard. So I'm thinking in practice we don't want to touch those hard tires really. Try and have some. Well, I suppose we can still use one set, can't we? But yeah, weather's looking pretty good for this weekend as well, so let's get ourselves into it. We're going to tell Daniel Ricciardo that he can finish 14th or higher. Mick Schumacher will go with 17th or higher. Let's get ourselves into this race weekend.
Welcome along to one of the biggest weekends in motorsport, here in Monaco. F1 descends on Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix, a glittering show on the Riviera and a crown for whoever can emerge victorious here. Space may be tight and overtakes few and far between, but that won't stop the drivers battling until the end on this iconic street circuit. In the last round, Max Verstappen flew to victory, the Dutchman proving that he can be absolutely unstoppable when he's in such fine form. Our weekend action starts here.
Okay, right, I'll get into practice. Going to give Jack Doohan another run out, and then I'll see you guys for qualifying.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
Remember, we lose the slowest 5 drivers at the end of Q1, another 5 at the end of Q2, and Q3 will set the top 10 positions.
If we could just talk about Mick Schumacher for a second. Given his recent form, how's he going to be going into this session?
Well, neither teammate has really managed to score well so far. Perhaps picking up a few points this weekend would spur on a bit of healthy rivalry.
And you're right. Well, it's nearly time for qualifying.
Right, okay, here we are for qualifying then. Jack Doon did a great job in free practice and definitely cementing his, you know, stake or claim for the second seat here at Lotus. Certainly for perhaps the rest of this season, he matched Daniel Ricciardo to the nearest 10th. So I think that that's a really good sign and probably something that we need to seriously consider. Of course, we've put in the offer. He might not take it. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Mick Schumacher, we're going to try and give him every opportunity this weekend to go and get some points. You know, give him the same strategy as Daniel Ricciardo and all of that. But you can see already how much slower Mick Schumacher is, because Daniel Ricciardo has almost caught him on this lap. And here we come up to the line then. Wow, a second difference. That is huge around a track like Monaco. So, gonna have to send out Schumacher again. Did we get Daniel up to 100%? Oh dear. You know, we've went the wrong way with it, but it is what it is. It's quicker, which is good to see. I'll send out Danny Rick again, though.
You're currently P6.
And there was Mick Schumacher. He did get himself
good lap.
Much closer to the action there. 007 off. Wow, that is huge improvement there from Mick Schumacher. Now let's see what Daniel Ricciardo can pull off. Can he go any quicker? Well, certainly through the first two sectors, he's just about the same as what he managed before. Let's see if he can pull off a better time. He comes up to the line. It is better, and it does put him up into 7th now.
That's a good lap.
And send Schumacher out again. Trying to keep it so that the track is as quiet as possible. Not a great first sector there from Mick Schumacher. And it was 3
P11.
bad sectors, so
That was a good lap.
I'll put on another new set. But I think Daniel's okay. Mick Schumacher I'm less convinced by. But to be fair, you know, some of them are going to have to make up 0.8 of a second. I think let's save the tyres, hold on to them, and we will be fine. So 10th and 11th at the moment, and there you go. That is where we finish, 10th and 11th. And Fernando Alonso, interestingly enough, the quickest guy in Q1. I'm going to send out Daniel straight away.
It's green now. Green now.
Get Mick just out after him. You need to try and take advantage of when the track is quiet, and both drivers have done that there. Now, it's a big moment for Mick Schumacher. We're expecting almost Daniel Ricciardo to get through to Q3. Can Mick follow him? He matches his first sector, which is pretty much all he can do. We know what a top driver Daniel Ricciardo is. Ricciardo coming through the middle sector. 32.2 for him there. 32.1 for Mick Schumacher. Mick is coming to play. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo up to the line then. It's going to be in the 109s, is it? Yeah, 109.9. Schumacher over the line, and it's a 110. Oh, no, it's not. It's a 109.9. But very slightly quicker than his teammate. That is huge.
Okay, press in button box now.
For him.
Okay.
Big moments in the career of Mick Schumacher, because he's more than likely not going to get another drive if we let him go. So we're going to let him out there again. This time he's going to lead the way. Now, can he go better in that first sector? No, he can't. Neither can Daniel Ricciardo. But we can get another run in. There's no worries about that. We're 7th and 8th at the moment. Hamilton, Norris, Albon, possibly Zhou as well might go quicker. Yeah, I'm going to call them in because they're not going quick enough here.
And you can stop on the marks, find pre-start revs, and then switch off.
So, I'm going to actually put on another set of soft tyres. Because we're not going to need many tyres for the race.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh, Norris has crashed. Norris has crashed. Now, he's got up to 3rd before this has happened. But big lock-up. And that's into the wall. He's going to be okay, I think. But at the moment, Daniel Ricciardo is out of qualifying. And that would be a big story. So I'm going to send them out there now, of course. They're going to have to let cars through. That's not ideal. Daniel Ricciardo needs to find his best here. Let's see if he can do that. Here we go. Final lap of qualifying 2. Any yellow flags, red flags will mean that Daniel Ricciardo is out. He goes quicker in that first sector. Finds a 10th of a second. Mick Schumacher, unfortunately, too slow. He's not got his tyres up to tempo, unfortunately. Mick Schumacher through that middle sector, not good enough. He's going to be coming into the pits. There's no point continuing on. Daniel Ricciardo is going to smash this lap out of the park. He's coming up to the line now. Daniel Ricciardo over the line. And he gets up to 8th. He knocks out his teammate, Mick Schumacher, in qualifying 2, and well, what a shame for Mick. But Daniel Ricciardo finding it when it matters. Brilliant lap time, and he is through and in to Q3 once again. Right then. Definitely want to use some scrub tyres. Want to keep at least one set brand new for tomorrow. So I'm going to use the scrubs. Come on.
We okay on temperatures?
It's not going to be his best, is it?
Cool side, so just
Yeah,
one
it's
shot.
not. It's a 110.5, so not getting those tyres up to temp
Just negative, so as close as this.
very well.
Go in and box.
Understood.
So it's whether we take manual control of him here to try and get those tyres up to temperature. Yep, now seems the time to send him out. And we will take a risk, and we will put him on manual control.
One shot. Alex behind.
Let's see. Right. So, I think you want to be more aggressive on your tyres. We're going to push the engine as well.
Bringing temperature in the tires.
Get those tyres up to temp quickly. Because the tyre, there's no real worry about tyre wear. So here we go then. Daniel Ricciardo. Let's run on board with him. And let's see if we can get him any higher up here. His tyres look okay. perfect, but now within the optimal temperature range. 18.0 in that first sector. The tyres will rise in temperature throughout the lap. Come through the middle now. 31.9. This is looking like he's going to at least match his time from Q2. He's coming round the final corner. This is going to be fairly decent, I think, as he flies up to the line. It's going to be in the 109s. It's a 109.6. Puts him 7th for now. Now, obviously, we've still got Albon, Russell and Hülkenberg to finish their laps. Although Albon and Hülkenberg are on their in-lap, George Russell was slower in that first sector. What sort of times is he doing? He's not going to get past Daniel Ricciardo. So it's going to be a brilliant 7th place for Daniel Ricciardo. George Russell over the line. He qualifies in 9th. And that is huge for us then to have Daniel Ricciardo up in 7th position for the start of the Monaco Grand Prix. That is brilliant.
The streets of Monte Carlo are ready as the drivers now prepare for 78 laps around this historic track.
Monaco can hand out unpredictable results, just like in 1982, when 4 race leaders hit trouble. Riccardo Patrese eventually claimed the win after managing to restart his stalled car by himself with a downhill bump start.
The world's most famous street track, Circuit de Monaco, and it demands total accuracy from teams and drivers alike. Pit stops are crucially important for passing here, so timing them right can be the key to victory. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Okay then, here we go. Ready for race day now. We are going to drop a lap of fuel or so. We're going to be very aggressive from the start. We're going to make sure about that. Let's have a little look at the strategies. We could go soft and then hard, but medium then hard is looking like the way to go. And I think a little bit of an undercut is probably going to be wise in this race. Now for Mick Schumacher. I disagree with that. I think let's give him the best possible chance here. That's having a good race. We're going to give him exactly the same opportunities as Daniel Ricciardo. We'll see what they can both do. Let's see as we head into Monaco. It's the Monaco Grand Prix.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. Many people here and at home are wondering what the Haas driver can do.
While I imagine many are looking at the other end of the grid, I'm keen to see what they can achieve from P19.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we?
Here we go then. It is time for the Monaco Grand Prix.
Exciting races in the world.
5 red lights. And it's lights out. Away we go. Wonderful getaway for Max Verstappen. Can Daniel Ricciardo go down the inside of Piastri? He's managed it. And I think he's through. That is huge. And Schumacher up to 10th as well. He's managed to get past
Yeah, go for it.
Nico Hülkenberg. Why am I calling him Daniel Ricciardo? I've struggled calling Daniel Ricciardo Nico Hülkenberg all year. Now I'm calling Nico Hülkenberg Daniel Ricciardo. But come on, Daniel. Let's see if he can make another move here on the Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton. That'd be a massive move early on here. he could pull it off. He's got a good run, but doesn't quite manage it yet. And there goes Mick following George Russell for now. There's lots of the top 10 on hard tyres. That's going to help out our boys. We're, of course, on the mediums for these first couple of laps. As I say, I think that will benefit the undercut a little bit as well. Right, now they need to be a little bit wary. Just going to phase down the aggression. Now, we're not really expecting to be in the same battle as the Ferraris today, so it's probably not much of an issue if they get away from us. Now, we've got Oscar Piastri right behind, and if we look at the gap to the leader, or the intervals at least, you know, behind Nico Hülkenberg, there's a bit of a gap. So, oh, Mick Schumacher, he's been overtaken by Zhou Guanyu. That's not good. That is not good. And that's a pretty big moment, you would say, in this race. It probably is a bit of a nail in the coffin for him in terms of getting points today, unless there's some issues ahead. So we're going to zoom forward a little bit. Gonna take off the high aggression overtakes. Both of them. But at the moment, Daniel Ricciardo lapping 0.7 of a second quicker than his teammate. To look after these tyres. He can probably be aggressive towards the end of the stint. Doesn't want to be too aggressive towards the start of the stint. Look after your tyres. Make sure that you're in a good position later on with them. Probably worth a little punt with the ERS. Try and break that 1 second window to Oscar Piastri, if you can. Same for Mick. And we'll look at that interval. It's certainly not far from
DRS is currently disabled.
that.
DRS is currently disabled.
But Piastri was able to close up there. So just, yeah, be careful out there, boys. That's the message. And you should be able to hold your position pretty well. It's very difficult to overtake here, of course. Quick look at tyres. And well, Piastri definitely using his hard tyres more than Daniel is using his medium tyres. Alex Albon following them around as well. Verstappen leading Alonso quite comfortably. We've got Alonso ahead of Norris as well, and then Leclerc ahead of Hamilton. So, yeah, what lap is Daniel coming in? He's coming in about lap 31, so we're around about halfway through the stint. And there goes Oscar Piastri then. This is pretty important now that we try and stay with him this next lap, because this is going to be our only chance really to get back past him into 6th place, because he will run down the road very quickly. So it is hugely important that we try and push. Mick Schumacher doing a decent job out there. 11th place right now. Yeah, that was the key thing. Daniel Ricciardo has now dropped out of the ERS window. Now, what he has done, though, is got out of any sort of danger with Alex Albon. I'm going to keep pushing the tyres here. It's fine. Right. Okay, so. Hulkenberger's got past Mick now. Probably because we neglected his ERS there. Zhou Guanyu's in. Right, so we're starting to get some pit stops. And we've got a VSC. Oh, wow.
VSC.
Probably would have been the time
Okay.
to try and get Ricciardo in. That's the final corner. Oh no, it wasn't actually. It was near Casino.
Box at the end of this lap. Copy box.
So Mick's going to be coming in onto the hard tyres. That should get him out ahead of Zhou Guanyu, I would have thought. Track position is king, remember. And he's just gained himself a lovely amount of time there.
Let's look after this tire.
Let's make sure we're harvesting.
Need some recharge.
Roger.
I'm not going to push it with Daniel just yet. If the virtual safety car is still out when we come back round, it might be worth a punt. No, it's ended now, so right decision to stay with it.
Yeah, Captain.
No more lifting coast.
Copy.
Well, somehow Albon managed to get past Ricciardo. I have no idea how he managed that. I'm going to be honest.
Okay, we're out of the DRS.
Okay.
Now Ricciardo starting to get towards pit stop window. I think in a couple of laps, let's attack these tyres. Get the most out of them that we can. And then coming in, getting those hard tyres on. And hopefully having a bit of an undercut here. So here he comes, Daniel Ricciardo into the pit lane. Needs to be a good pit stop this. And it's okay, 2.5. So 2 alright pit stops today. He comes back out in 9th place because Hulkenberg's come in as well. Now Mick Schumacher's going to get back past Hulkenberg. And that's a big moment because Tsunoda has not been into the pits yet. So that will be somewhere down the line that Mick Schumacher will be able to get past. Now, Albon has come in. And he's going to be back out ahead of Nico, I think. Just. But he's on the medium tyres. I feel like those medium tyres can't really last until the end of this race, but I suppose we'll see, won't we? And the leaders are going to be coming through reasonably soon for Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher himself is coming up on Yuki Tsunoda here. Zhou's got a worse mechanical fault than he thought of. This is a chance for Mick Schumacher. Goes down the inside of Yuki Tsunoda and he's up into 10th place. Brilliantly done. Now then, Daniel Ricciardo has managed to get ahead of Oscar Piastri again. So that is pretty big. And of course we are expecting to be lapped with Daniel. And Mick as well, but the main one in our thoughts is Daniel. But Mick is in the point at the moment, and as it stands, he will be getting himself a little bit more time. In the seat. And here he comes then. Coming up to the line, and once again, decent lap times he's putting in here. 16.0. It's not far off the pace of his teammate. Piastri has managed to make it past Ricciardo now. So we are 9th and 10th as it stands. As I say, I don't think those medium tyres are going to make it. Russell's tyres are awful at the minute. So he's going to end up behind Ricciardo. Possibly even Mick Schumacher as well. Now, Mick's got to be careful because Fernando Alonso is coming through with Nico Hülkenberg right behind him. Mick does not want to allow Nico Hülkenberg through when he's allowing Fernando through. Alonso's in. That has solved that one then. Daniel Ricciardo right behind George Russell. Needs to get past him pretty quickly. And goes down the inside. Tried to make that move stick. Didn't work. I used the ERS and did get through that time. Good stuff. So Ricciardo back up into 8th place. Now where will Mick Schumacher come out here? Will George Russell come out ahead of Mick? No, he won't. He's going to lose out to Mick here and to Nico Hülkenberg. So, Mick Schumacher up into 9th as it stands. This is a good race so far. And I think a decent strategy from us. Daniel Ricciardo in his own little world, really. Oh, wow, there goes Nico Hülkenberg through on Mick Schumacher. Definitely struggling on these hard tyres in terms of keeping them warm. I'm gonna try and do something a little bit different here with Mick. Gonna go aggressive on them, but avoid high-risk curbs and hope that that'll keep the temperature up, but also keep the wear down. Daniel needs to get past this group fairly quickly. He has managed to do that. He's got 14 seconds on Nico Hülkenberg, so you would imagine that Daniel's all right here. But 8th place, which would be a pretty amazing result in the grand scheme of things. You know, finishing ahead of both Aston Martin cars. Alex Albon has done a beautiful job of undercutting, but you look at that tyre and you think there's no way that's going to end up coming back or reaching the end of the race, and he may well come in. It's a 2-stop strategy, and that'll bring him out back behind Piastri. Now the only thing is, if his pace really drops off here, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And well, Russell has got past Schumacher.
George Russell involved.
Let's have a look at this.
To be taken.
And there he goes, round the outside. And Mick Schumacher now, P11. Okay, he's a long, long way. Oh, wow, Hulkenberg's been in. So the Mercedes are 2-stopping. That wasn't a very long stint for Nico Hulkenberg. So that might bring Schumacher back into things, because he's got an okay gap to Hulkenberg. Oh. There was the end of that one. Wow. There goes Nico Hulkenberg. Yeah, straight down the inside. Easy does it. And Hulkenberg is going to be flying out there. Albon, by the way, did come into the pits and isn't too far ahead of Daniel Ricciardo as it happens. So it's just put in fastest lap of the race, but it is one of those Grand Prix, unfortunately, where, you know, there's not too much action out there for the most part. Now, how are we doing? Yeah, 13.5 seconds. That's pretty good. The only thing we have to consider here is any potential safety cars. Now we have got Zhou's overtaking Schumacher as well, so Schumacher really struggling out there. Can we maybe go full aggression with Schumacher? The tyre temps are just too low. Alright, well, let's see how much his lap times improve by changing that setting. Not at all, so it is just Mick Schumacher struggling, I'm afraid. Yeah, if anything, he's slower, so not great, is it? Ricciardo, meanwhile, now only 3 seconds ahead of George Russell. That's almost come out of nowhere. I'm not really sure why. Is Russell able to go so much quicker than Nico here? Let's give him a little bit of ERS assistance. That's him ahead of Russell by a bit more. We've got 7 laps to go here. Verstappen looking to make it 8 out of 8 this year, and that is quite an achievement, isn't it? Although he could end up with a bit of an engine failure here. Now then, Nico Hulkenberg has managed to make it past. This is unbelievable from Nico Hulkenberg. What pace he's showing in this second half of the race, and he's going to have a great chance here on Daniel Ricciardo. Doesn't get it there, but there's 6 laps to go here. Daniel's tyres are okay. Mick Schumacher, by the way, just getting slower and slower. He's. I mean, you know, if you look at things, he is a good 2 seconds slower than his teammate Daniel Ricciardo over 1 lap. And I think that's just too slow for us, isn't it? No. That was Hülkenberg running wide. He had a little look there. And I think maybe we have to say, let's always defend. Let's see if we can block off Nico Hülkenberg here. Yeah. Oh, Hülkenberg's got a mechanical fault now. Right, let's try and deploy away from him. We've been lapped, so we can push the engine a little bit. Yeah, he's got DRS on Stroll. That's perfect. That's worked out beautifully for us, actually.
So what DRS?
Yep, understood.
Right, last lap of the race for Max
Try
Verstappen.
to save fuel where you can.
Okay.
Try to be efficient and stay on racing line.
Understood.
So here he comes then, Daniel Ricciardo starting his final lap to get 4 more points in the bag for the team. That would be huge. Meanwhile at the front, Fernando Alonso is trying to close down his teammate to stop him winning 8 in a row. But it's not going to happen. Max Verstappen does win 8 in a row. He wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso finishes 2nd. Lando Norris is coming through the swimming pool. He's a long way down. Red Bull are so far ahead. In reality here, they are so far ahead. Mick Schumacher comes over the line in 12th.
Checkered flag.
Norris comes over the line in 3rd. Leclerc is coming round now. Daniel Ricciardo, by the way, he's going to finish in 8th. Very good result for him. Leclerc comes up to the line. He's going to finish 4th. Hamilton is going to finish in 5th. And then Albon, possibly driver of the day for me. He really made it work, didn't he? That undercut 2-stop strategy seemed very, very fast for Mercedes today. And yeah, just being aggressive out there. And he comes across the line in 6th place. Very, very good in the end. And the last guy on the lead lap, Tsunoda's out there. Was nearly 3 laps down. But comes over the line. He's going to finish in 17th place. So just the 1 retirement today. Carlos Sainz brought out the virtual safety car. Maybe if we'd pitted Ricciardo then, we could have finished ahead of Piastri, but he was quicker than us, full stop.
I tell you what, they had to work hard for those points today. What a phenomenal achievement that is.
But an excellent 4 points again for Daniel. He's in such good form.
Finally gets the chance to share this moment. Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
Taking their 8th win of the season, there's just no stopping them.
Always a special occasion here in the incomparable Monte Carlo. They'll be pushing the boat out here tonight, no doubt.
Well, absolutely unbelievable from Max Verstappen. 8 wins in a row at the start of this season. He is absolutely dominating. But great to see Daniel Ricciardo back in the top 10. He's gone above Zhou Guan Yu. Very good to see. Yuki Tsunoda there in 12th, but Mick Schumacher still pointless this season, and you know that gap is starting to widen, isn't it? Could have had points in Saudi Arabia, of course. Was caught over the line, but yeah. I mean, if we had 2 drivers fighting, we'd be so secure in 6th right now. None of our boys in the top 10, unfortunately, for the pit stops. But 2 mistakeless pit stops. Faultless, you would say, which is good. And there we go, manufacturing complete. Ah, well, here we go then. Jack Doohan would like to join us for the next 4 seasons. I think we're going to respond to that later. And we're going to wait out and see if Antonelli or Behrman can come through. Just because they're higher rated at the moment. But Doohan, as I say, did a great job. But one thing is for certain, Mick Schumacher has raced his last race for Lotus. It's been a very, very tough couple of years, hasn't it, for Mick? You know, last season he only got the 1-point finish, I think. And ultimately he should have done better than that. You know, Nico Hülkenberg was carrying the team last season. Daniel Ricciardo is carrying the team this season. And yeah, Mick Schumacher, he is going to be gone. And it is gutting for me because I really do like Mick Schumacher. I think he is a good driver, but yeah, he's just not performing well enough at present, and he's going to be gone. And it's going to be Jack Doohan, at the very least, that will be taking over. And he is lower rated at the moment, but a bit more of a long-term prospect. His development rate is average at the moment, but his stats are pretty good because his mentality is so strong. And you know, he might be able to get some points for us out there. That's the idea. Anyway, it might not work. It really might not work. By the way, Paul Aaron really didn't want to join. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. As I say, Ollie Behrman, he's 79 rated, I think. So he's doing really well. Let's have a look. So Kimi Antonelli is 80 rated. If we can get him, that would be awesome. But I think he's going to have too big a buyout fee. Ollie Behrman, 79 rated. And both of those are younger than Jack Doohan. Jack Doohan is 22 now. So Jack Doohan is a good option. However, I think Behrman would be preferable to that. And obviously, if we can get Antonelli, then we can't really turn that down. But yeah, anyway, that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed that, then give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.